Don't spend a dime on Botox until you see this. Oh, you're getting wrinkles? Better go drop $1,500 on needles every few months, right? Wrong. That's exactly what the cosmetic industry wants you to do. But it's not your only option. There's a Korean anti-aging secret that's flipping this entire multi-billion-dollar industry on its head. I used to stare at my reflection feeling defeated, researching clinics, comparing Botox prices, wondering if I could even afford to keep up with it. Now my skin looks tight, smooth, and years younger, without needles, without appointments, and without draining my bank account every 3 months. Because here's the truth. Your wrinkle problem isn't just about freezing muscles. It's about what's happening underneath. And the reason your skin keeps aging isn't because you need more Botox. It's something deeper. See, most people don't realize there's a hidden breakdown happening beneath the surface of your skin. Collagen is disappearing before any treatment can keep up with it. So even if you freeze the muscles with Botox, the skin on top is still thinning, still losing structure, still aging. You're just freezing a face that's falling apart underneath. And guess what? Most so-called solutions, the injections, the fillers, the laser treatments, the $400 creams, they can't actually fix the root problem. But how do you know if this is happening to you? There are 3 dead giveaways. Number 1, you got Botox and it helped for a few weeks, but the lines came right back, maybe even worse. Number 2, your skin looks tired and dull no matter what you do. It's not just wrinkles, it's like your face lost its life. Number 3, you're spending more and more money just to maintain the same results. Every visit costs more, every round wears off faster, and you're stuck on a treadmill you can't get off. It feels like you're doing everything right, you just can't keep up. Sound familiar? Then you need to hear this. There's a smarter way to fix it, and it has nothing to do with needles, frozen expressions, or sitting in a clinic every 3 months. It's a Korean anti-aging secret, and it's a game changer. This secret actually gets inside your skin and triggers your body's own natural collagen rebuilding from the inside. It doesn't just freeze the muscles, it repairs where aging actually happens. Best part? You just apply it before bed. No appointments, no needles, no recovery time. And it doesn't cost $1,500 every few months. It doesn't even cost $200. This secret was created for real women. The ones sick of being told their only option is injections. The ones tired of that frozen, unnatural look. The ones who just want to look like themselves again, not a wax figure version of themselves. I found it after years of trying everything. Botox? Worked for a few weeks, then I needed more. Fillers? Made me look puffy, not younger. Retinol? Burned my skin and did nothing for the deeper lines. Expensive creams? Rub off on your pillowcase. This Korean secret was the first thing that actually fixed the problem instead of just masking it. My forehead lines started softening, not because the muscles were frozen, but because the skin itself was getting firmer. My skin got that plump, dewy glow that I thought only existed with filters, and I stopped scheduling my life around clinic appointments. It's amazing how much time, money, and confidence I was losing. I honestly don't know how I was just accepting it before. So when someone asks what I'm doing differently, I tell them, I stopped playing the game. I stopped giving money to a broken system and got something that actually works. Try this for just 1 week. It starts working from the very first night, and you'll see it improve even more over the next few weeks. Over 2 million women have already seen the difference. In Korea, this isn't a secret. It's what everyone uses. They barely even do Botox over there. And now you know why. They're all saying the same thing.
My husband noticed before I did. Someone asked if I got work done, and I didn't. I canceled my next Botox appointment. I don't need it anymore.
Look, if you're tired of spending $1,500 every few months just to look the same, tired of that stiff, frozen feeling, tired of people being able to tell you've had work done, and especially if you're tired of being told injections are your only option, you need to keep watching. This explains exactly why Botox can never fix the real cause of aging skin and shows you the Korean solution that actually can. Fair warning, the cosmetic industry doesn't want this getting out. Because if women figured out what Korean women have known for years, the entire Botox business would collapse. So do it now. Your wrinkles don't have to keep getting worse. You don't have to keep getting needles. And you definitely don't have to go broke just to look like yourself again. Keep watching and thank me later. Your skin will feel different, your reflection will surprise you, and you'll wonder why you waited so long. What actually happens deep inside your skin, and why can't Botox fix it? Okay, so first we need to understand what Botox actually does, and more importantly, what it doesn't do. Botox is a neurotoxin. It paralyzes the tiny muscles in your face so they can't contract. When they can't contract, the skin on top doesn't fold, and you don't see the wrinkle. Sounds great, right? But here's the problem. Botox does absolutely nothing to your skin itself. Zero. It doesn't rebuild anything. It doesn't repair anything. It just freezes the muscle underneath and hopes you won't notice that the skin on top is still thinning, still losing structure, still aging. It's like putting tape over a crack in your wall. The crack is still there. The foundation is still crumbling. You just can't see it, for now. And the moment the Botox wears off, usually 3 to 4 months, the wrinkles come right back. Often worse, because while your face was frozen, the underlying collagen kept deteriorating. So you go back, you pay again, the cycle never ends. Now let's look at what's actually causing the aging that Botox is trying to hide. Your skin has 3 main layers. The outermost, the epidermis, is what you see in the mirror. It's your skin's barrier. Below that is the dermis, and this is where the real story is. This is where your collagen lives. Think of collagen as the scaffolding that holds your skin up. When you're young, this scaffolding is dense, tight, and strong. That's what gives young skin that firm, plump, bouncy look. Below the dermis is the subcutaneous layer, mostly fat and connective tissue that gives your face its shape and volume. So that's how it works when it's healthy. What does it look like with aging? If you could look at the dermis of someone experiencing visible aging, you'd see that the collagen fibers are thinning, breaking apart, and disappearing. Others are tangled and disorganized. That's what aging looks like on a cellular level. Your body's natural collagen production slows down starting in your mid-20s. By your 40s, you're losing about 1% of your collagen every year. Sun exposure, stress, pollution, they all accelerate the breakdown. And once collagen is lost, your body doesn't just replace it on its own, not at the rate it's disappearing. That's really what visible aging is, the loss of collagen. Less structural support for your skin. And that means fine lines, wrinkles, and sagging get worse year after year. This is what Botox cannot fix. Botox doesn't add collagen. It doesn't trigger collagen production. It doesn't repair a single fiber. It just freezes the muscle so you can't see the damage until it wears off and you see it's gotten even worse. So the real question isn't, how do I hide wrinkles? It's, how do I actually rebuild the collagen that's disappearing? This is what Korean skincare scientists figured out. And it's why Korean women barely do Botox and still look 20 years younger than American women the same age. The answer isn't freezing muscles. It isn't filling skin with synthetic substances. It's absorption technology. See, the concept of putting collagen rebuilding ingredients on your skin isn't new. Plenty of products contain them. The problem has always been getting them past the skin barrier and into the dermis where they're actually needed. Most anti-aging creams, even the $400 ones, contain molecules that are simply too large to pass through the epidermis. Your skin barrier is designed to keep things out. That's literally its job. So these ingredients sit on the surface. They feel nice. They smell nice. They moisturize for a few hours. And then they rub off on your pillowcase. You're basically paying $200 to moisturize your bed sheets. It's like trying to push a basketball through a chain link fence. Doesn't matter how hard you push or how expensive the basketball is, it's not going through. And this is the dirty secret of the entire anti-aging industry: creams and Botox. The creams can't get in, and the Botox doesn't fix what's broken. You're stuck choosing between doesn't work and temporarily hides the problem for $1,500 every 3 months. So how do you actually get active ingredients past the skin barrier and into the dermis? Korean scientists solved this, and it's why Korean women spend a fraction of what American women spend and get dramatically better results. The answer isn't a fancier ingredient. It's not a higher concentration. It's not a more expensive formula. You have to make the molecules small enough and fast enough to pass through the skin barrier before they evaporate or rub off. For a long time, this was extremely difficult. It required serious research in biochemistry, understanding exactly how to process active ingredients so they could penetrate the epidermis and reach the dermis. This is why truly effective skincare has been out of reach for most women. And it's why the Botox industry has thrived. Because when nothing else works, women feel like needles are their only option. That's a lot of money flowing to an industry that profits from the problem never being solved. Pay the clinic for the consultation. Pay the doctor for the injection. Pay again in 3 months when it wears off. Pay for the creams that don't work in between. Pay for the fillers when Botox isn't enough. That's a lot of hands in the pot. And that's how the average woman ends up spending $3,000 to $6,000 per year just trying to keep up. But that's crazy, isn't it? Korean women look dramatically younger and they're not doing any of this. So how has one company called Coriderm managed to make an anti-aging cream that actually reaches where Botox never could and sells it for $79.90? How is it possible that this cream gets past the skin barrier without any needles, lasers, or procedures? You just apply it before bed and it works. Fine lines start softening, not because your face is frozen, but because the skin itself is rebuilding. Your skin gets that firm, plump, dewy look. The tired, dull appearance fades. You start to look rested, refreshed, natural, like yourself again. Not stiff, not frozen, just younger. And this is how they did it. Inside every tube of Coriderm Time Reverse Cream is a protein complex that absorbs 251% faster than regular anti-aging creams. This protein complex is not designed to sit on top of your skin. It's designed to penetrate past the epidermis and deliver active ingredients directly into the dermis, where collagen loss is actually happening, where Botox has never reached, where the real problem lives. That's what makes it fundamentally different from everything else. It doesn't freeze your face. It doesn't fill your skin with synthetic substances. It reaches the foundation and triggers actual repair. So how does it work? When you apply Coriderm, the protein complex immediately begins absorbing through the skin barrier. Because the molecules have been processed to be small enough to pass through, they don't just sit on top and evaporate like traditional creams. First, the protein complex carries the key active ingredient, Centella asiatica, deep into the dermis. Centella asiatica has been used in Korean skincare for decades. In Korea, they call it Sika, and it's in virtually everything. Next, once Centella reaches the dermis, it does something that no surface cream and no needle can do. It signals your skin cells to start producing collagen again. Not fake plumping, not temporary freezing, actual collagen rebuilding from the inside. Let me explain why this is so much more effective than Botox. Botox freezes. Coriderm rebuilds. With Botox, the moment it wears off, you're back to square one, or worse, because the collagen kept deteriorating while your face was frozen. It's a subscription to hiding the problem. With Centella asiatica and the protein complex, each application is building on the last. Your skin is actually producing new collagen. The scaffolding is getting stronger, not weaker. You're not hiding damage, you're reversing it. And the results look natural because they are natural. Your skin already knows how to rebuild collagen. It already knows where the damage is. It just needs the signal to start and the materials to build with. Think of it like this. Your skin has a built-in construction crew. They've been sitting around idle because the building materials stopped arriving. Centella asiatica is the delivery truck showing up with supplies. Your skin does the rest. That's why women who use Coriderm look refreshed and natural. Not stiff, not frozen, not done. Because they're not. Their skin is just doing what it was always designed to do. Here's what the timeline typically looks like. Weeks 1 to 2. Your skin feels different. Softer, smoother, more hydrated. But from the inside, not just a surface coating. You'll notice a subtle glow. The kind of glow Botox has never given anyone. Weeks 4 to 6. Fine lines start to visibly soften. That tired look starts to fade. Your skin has more bounce and firmness. This is usually when you start thinking about canceling your next Botox appointment. Weeks 8 to 12. This is when people start asking questions. Did you change something? You look amazing. What are you using? The cumulative collagen rebuilding shows up as a visible transformation that gets better over time, not worse like Botox wearing off. Just 10 years ago, this kind of absorption technology was virtually impossible outside of a laboratory. But Korean skincare innovation has made it possible to deliver this technology in a simple cream. No procedures, no prescriptions, no clinic visits. Coriderm sells directly to you. No clinic markup, no doctor's fee, no repeat appointments, no overpriced packaging designed to justify a $400 price tag. Just the science that actually works, at a price real women can afford. The cream is lightweight, absorbs quickly, and works while you sleep. There's no burning, no peeling, no harsh chemicals. No frozen expressions, no bruising, no downtime. You apply it before bed, and by morning your skin is already working to rebuild itself. To your friends and family, it'll seem like you just started aging in reverse, like you discovered some secret. If you don't want to tell them what it is, that's up to you. But there is one catch. Coriderm is available at $79.90, but demand has been surging. Over 2 million tubes have already been sold in Korea, and as American women discover what Korean women have known for years, supply gets tighter. They offer a money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. But honestly, after you use it for that first week and see your reflection, really see it, you'll understand why Korean women skip Botox entirely and still look 20 years younger. I'll put the link somewhere around here if you want to try it yourself. But fair warning, once you see what your skin looks like after a few weeks, you're going to cancel that next appointment, and you're never going back.
I canceled my Botox 3 months in, and my skin looks better than it ever did with injections. And it actually moves when I smile.
My husband noticed before I did. He said, I look like I did when we first met. I almost cried.
Someone at work asked if I got work done. I'm 54 and I haven't had a single needle in my face. That's the best compliment I've ever gotten.
I was spending $4,000 a year on Botox. Now I spend $79.90 and I look better. I'm angry nobody told me sooner.
I cried because I looked in the mirror and recognized myself again. Not a frozen version of me. Actually me, just rested and younger.